something I discovered about you backstage is this is your first time in Philly.
Yes, it is.
And cheesesteak, where do you stand on the cheesesteak?
Love.
You love it?
I love. I haven't tried it here, but I love cheesecake as a concept.
So, okay, so I've heard so many debates about cheesesteak in Philly. I've heard Pat's, Gino's, a place called Gus's. For you guys, what is the cheesesteak spot?
The Poppy store.
Angelo's, that's another one I've heard. Angelo's. Huh? Jim's?
Jim's.
So now you have some options.
So many options.
So many options. I do want to ask, I want to kick this off because I want to get to know you a little bit.
Oh my god.
It's nothing scary. You've played so many iconic roles, but a lot of these roles have a lot going on, whether it be emotional, physical. So what do you do in your downtime to get away from those roles?
Sleep.
Really? That's your free time thing? Sleep?
No, I like to investigate like this city that I'm staying in. So like I just spent however many months shooting Percy in Vancouver, and all I did with my castmates was we went for hikes and like excursions and we explored the town and stuff, but sleep. You're doing really crazy hours on set. So.
I mean, look, I slept 10 hours last night, so I know all about it.
I did not get 10 hours last night, unfortunately, but...
Do you actually get a chance to explore out in the cities that you're in? Like now that we're in Philly, are you going to get a chance to explore it?
I'll get a little bit, but I'm only here for 2 days, so it's like, how much can you get in 2 days?
I mean, you could do the Rocky Steps.
I've heard I should do the Rocky Steps. Should I do the Rocky Steps?
Yes!
So I'm doing the Rocky Steps.
What else is out here? I guess the Liberty Bell?
Come on, we can do better.
Everyone's like, yeah, you don't have to see that.
Anything else from the Philly locals?
Ryan Kelly Drive. It's so much fun.
What is it?
Kelly Drive. It's a
Okay,
fun drive.
perfect.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
All right, well, look, this city loves fighters. They love Rocky, the Philadelphia Eagles. I have a question because which of your characters would survive Philly the best?
That's a really good question. Based off of my interactions yesterday in Philadelphia, I would say probably Laura, to be fair.
I would probably agree with you.
Yeah.
Laura would probably do really well in Philly.
Yeah.
By the way, let's give it up for our ASL interpreter, making sure that everybody can enjoy the show. Of course. All right, Daphne, what is your guilty pleasure movie or TV show to turn your brain off? Are you like a Love Island fan or Survivor or True Crime? Like, what's your go-to to turn your brain off and just escape from everything?
Oh my god. I'm a serial rewatcher. So that's how I turn my brain off, is I watch something that I've watched 50,000 times, so I don't have to think about what's about to happen. I'm just like, oh, I know what's gonna happen, there's no uncertainty. So I probably I love a good, what I've been rewatching recently? I rewatched Ratatouille the other day, so good.
Ratatouille is a good choice.
I wouldn't say it's a guilty pleasure because it's a fantastic film, but a really good movie.
I actually saw you on the red carpet for Percy Jackson in LA last year. It's like last December, sometime last year.
Yeah.
And I asked you if there was a live action Disney character that you wanted to bring to life.
And I said Megara.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
So
I stand by that.
You stand by that.
I stand by that.
Good one.
Yeah.
Are there any other characters that you want to play that you have not been?
I've always said I'd love to be in a Bond movie.
A Bond movie?
I would love to be in a Bond movie.
Oh, you'd be fantastic in a Bond movie.
I feel like that would be really cool.
Well, hey, they're doing a new Bond movie, and
I know. Hello, casting directors.
yeah, right? Is there a type of role that would surprise people that you want to do, whether it be a comedy, a romance, playing a villain, a musical?
I would love to do comedy, like a proper, just like a comedy. I've never done that.
Really?
Maybe I'm really unfunny, and that's why no one's casting me. But I would love to do comedy.
I feel like the art of comedic films at movie theaters just aren't there anymore.
No, I agree. There was we had a really solid moment in the early 2000s and the 2010s, and then we got way too serious and dramatic.
Oh.
We need to bring back a good comedy.
What's your go-to comedy movie? I'm probably Old School.
What is it?
Old School?
I haven't watched that
You
one.
haven't seen Old School with Will Ferrell?
I love Will Ferrell though.
It's great.
Step Brothers is one of my
Step Brothers, that's a good one.
Step Brothers is solid. And then in a different vein, I love Little Miss Sunshine, which I would consider that a comedy. But also, wait, Crazy Stupid Love.
Oh, it's
so
a great
good.
film.
Really good film.
Ryan Gosling's fantastic.
Emma Stone.
Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. DC. There's a lot of fans that want to see you cast in a DC project. There's names that have come up: Zatanna, Donna Troy, Jessica Cruz, The Huntress. Are you familiar with any of those characters, and would you be open to working in the DCU? I know you've done the Marvels.
I would love to. Look, anything that involves action, I'm down for. And of course, I'm familiar with these characters.
We know that you're going to be in Percy Jackson.
Yes.
But is there any bucket list dream movies for you to do?
Dream movies?
Yeah. Or work with a bucket list director.
Okay, yeah. I think getting asked about a dream movie is I don't know, because I would love to read a script that I'm really excited about. But directors for sure. I mean, I'd love to work with Paul Thomas Anderson. I think he's amazing. He's a big one for me. Unfortunately, Lynch passed away, but he was someone who I was really excited about.
My favorite director of all time.
He's incredible. He's amazing. Obviously, Denis Villeneuve was amazing.
Who?
Denis Villeneuve.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many really amazing directors right now. Sorogoyen is really amazing. Guillermo del Toro is really amazing.
Fantastic director.
Yeah, Guadagnino is really good.
Let's move on to Logan, because it is such an iconic character. Logan is one of those characters that kind of really introduced audiences to you.
Yes.
In the superhero world especially. But when you look back at Laura now, what do you think you understand about her now that maybe you didn't then when you were playing?
I think she's such a kind of complex, layered character, and I think that the way that Jim wrote her in Logan was so wonderful, because she's so kind of complex within her trauma, and she's kind of acting in now I watch it and I'm like, oh, this is very much someone who is in a trauma response but doesn't really realize it. And I think that's something that I've come to realize with age. And I think her attachment to the Wolverine character is really kind of beautiful, and I think what's so kind of sensitive about it is it's someone who's really looking for a family and for a home, and someone who feels very rejected by the world and pushed aside. And I think that's something that at the time I understood kind of as much as an 11-year-old can understand. And so coming back to it so many years later was lovely, because Hugh and I got to kind of talk about that and the complexities of it, and kind of really look at it from I guess more analytical, psychological lens.
Now, Laura, she barely speaks throughout the movie, but she really does her communication through her actions.
Yes.
And through her physicality. Can you talk about the challenge of conveying something like that, some of those emotions through physicality only?
Well, there's something again, this is wrapped up in who she is as a person, and who she was as a child, and why she is the way she is. I think when a child is told not to speak, and she's basically a machine, and she's an object to these people who created her, she was never allowed to speak, so the only way that she was allowed to express herself was through violence, which is then why, in the same vein as Hugh's character, she has a really hard time with human emotion, even though she does still feel it. It was really fun. It was really cool to get to design the movement for it, because it was very kind of animalistic, but also incredibly efficient. She's very diligent about what she's doing, and she's really fucking good, because this is all she's done. She wasn't schooled in any other way. All she did was just train to be a weapon, which is kind of brutal.
Now, Hugh Jackman, he's always been such a champion of yours. As you've gotten older and built your own career, has your relationship with him changed from mentor to peer? Or is somebody who really understands the world now?
I guess, yeah, all relationships kind of shift, but he'll always be a mentor to me. He's like a father figure. He's the best, and he's always been such an example for me to follow. I feel so blessed that he was my first proper star experience, because he's so humble and wonderful and generous and caring, and also just so excited about the work, which is really rare. But yeah, I will always look up to him.
Do you have, I've met Hugh and I think he is one of the nicest people I've ever met in my
100%.
life. Do you have any fun stories that most people wouldn't know about you?
I probably do, yeah. Hugh was so, Hugh was so good during that time. He would take me to he would make sure that I was okay on set. He was advocating for me. He was making sure that no one was going over my child out. He was so wonderful, and he would I would hang out with him and his kids. He took us to the water park. He found out that I'd never tried Dippin' Dots, so he brought me Dippin' Dots to set. He was like, "You have to try Dippin' Dots." He's a cutie. I love him.
You've also got to work with the legendary Sir Patrick Stewart.
Yes, King.
Absolutely incredible. Can you talk about working with him?
Equally wonderful and lovely. It honestly was such a wonderful set that I think it set me up for failure. Because since then, you're never going to get a group of such massive household names who are that humble, that lovely. And he was they're both just such incredible actors that acting with them was so easy. And at the time, I always grew up in a very artsy household, but I didn't know how brilliant Patrick was, and I'm really annoyed that I've now seen all of Patrick's work, and I've watched all the RIC Shakespeare videos, and he's so incredible. So I wish I got to work with him again now, and I could just cross-question him.
Well, fingers crossed that you do get to work with him again very soon. You got to reprise Lyra in Deadpool Wolverine, and that was probably, that was a really well-kept secret, because I remember talking to you for Star Wars Acolyte. Everybody probably at that time asked you if you were in the movie.
Yeah.
And you dodged everybody's questions. You got deceptively good at lying. Very good at lying.
Yeah, it was scary. I would watch those interviews and I was like, oh, a little bit too good at that.
Yeah, we did not know. I really did not think you were coming back just based on talking to you. But you did get to reprise your role as Lyra. If you got to come back again as Lyra, is there a side of her that you would like to explore that you didn't yet?
I think in general, I would love to know what she was up to all those years and how she grew as a person and how much of that kind of pain she carries with her, because she obviously inevitably does, which is, again, what's so beautiful about her relationship with the Wolverine character is they really recognize each other's wound, which is what bonds them, I think, in a way. But I think it would be really cool to see her in a group setting, seeing her as a collaborator with other people, and also just, finding out who she's grown to be, in a way.
Now you got to share the screen with some of these Marvel legends like Blade, Wolverine, Deadpool, Gambit.
Yes.
Is there a character in the MCU that you haven't had a chance to work with that you'd like to?
That I haven't?
Have not.
So I just did a movie with Anthony Mackie. I would love to do stuff with him.
He's a fun
legend. Absolute, sweetie pie. Love him. I also really love the Yelena character. I think working with Florence would be really cool. There's some really cool people right now, and obviously I would love to work with Chan again. Channing was amazing.
Oh yeah, can't wait to see him return. Now I want to ask you about His Dark Materials.
Ask ahead.
Fantastic show. Lyra, she's such a different kind of hero from Lyra.
Yeah.
Because Lyra's guarded, physical, whereas Lyra, she survives the curiosity, instinct, and her ability to read people.
Yeah.
What did that unlock playing for you?
I think it was a massive switch in a way. And again, I always approach characters, I think, from the wound, because it's the way to empathize with someone is to understand, I guess, what moves them. And she's also someone who is really seeking affection and a family. And she's also, what's so wonderful about her is she's incredibly, when we meet her, she's incredibly moral. She's a liar. She's very astute. She's very sharp, but she's not particularly well-rounded or whatever you want to call it. And I think what saves her is she really wants to be better, which is so rare in humans in general, and that's a trait that I really value in the people in my life. And I think that was what was really so fun about playing her, was that this was really someone. It was a human being in pursuit of self-betterment and in pursuit of goodness. So it was always keeping that at the forefront.
She has quite the emotional journey throughout the course of the series. Was there a moment where you felt, okay, I really understand who she is now?
I feel like I had so many of those moments, and then I was constantly in a state of oh, I understand her, and then immediately being oh, I really don't. And that's kind of what's so wonderful about how complex she is that she's kind of ever-changing, and I think the moment when I fully was like, I have her, was at the end, when she has that whole, when she realizes herself what we've all been seeing all along, which is that she's in love with Will, and that whole, I think it's finally, for the first time, she's opening herself up, and she's allowed to feel love, and it's a safe place for her to feel it, and it's received well, which the rest of the show is her father denying being her father, her mother being horrible and abusive, her best friend dying, and finally there's a safe place for her to place her affection, which then very quickly gets ripped away from her. But yeah, I think that shooting all that stuff with Amir was we had the best time doing that.
Speaking of Will, the ending hit people really, really hard.
Yeah.
Do fans still come up to you emotionally wounded by that finale?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty brutal. The way that Philip wrote that was pretty savage. He was like, and they're the love of each other's lives, but then never seeing each other again, which is kind of insane. And we had the most emotional time shooting that on set because it was like one of our last days. Amir and I had been filming with each other for like years at that point. I'd known Amir since I was 14. The show came out when I was 18, and so saying goodbye to each other was also, we both like.
So we're like growing up on that set, essentially.
Yeah. I met everyone when I was 12, and the last His Art Materials event we had, I was 18. So it was like 6 years of my life.
So, speaking of that, you've done films and you've done long series like that. Do you prefer one over the other?
I think I'm I love finding characters so much that I really enjoy films because it means I get to dip my toes in all these different kind of worlds, but I do really enjoy the continuity of a show and coming back to a little family. And that was also so nice about Percy. We just did 8 months, and I'd dip in and out, and I'd be like, oh, it's all the friends are here. But yeah, I love them both. They're just very different.
Are you done shooting Percy?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
We wrapped in March.
Oh wow, very cool. Let's talk about Jecki Lon.
Perfect.
Oh, there we go. She's one of those characters fans immediately know and love, and they want more from her. Did you feel that love right away for the character?
While we were filming or when it came out?
Well, when it came out.
Yeah, which was me and Charlie, who played Yord, we were like, no one's gonna remember us, we're so small. And then suddenly we turned our phones on and there was the Yord Horde. We were like, whoa. So it was really exciting. We were all such Star Wars fans that it was really cool to see that we were received really positively, which was great.
How long did you train with the lightsaber for?
Oh my god, we did 4 months.
4 months of training?
We did 4 months of 4 hours a day. We did body-to-body combat, kung fu, and saber training, and force training every day.
Now, silently, since you've had so much training with a lightsaber, do you look back at other people's lightsaber performance?
Yes.
You do?
I silently judge. I'm like, that flower could have been cleaner. I'm a bitch.
All right, let me ask you this. Besides yourself, who do you think had the best lightsaber skills that you've seen?
Manny.
Yeah.
Manny put us all to shame. We would be like, oh my god, I'm doing so well. And then you'd look to your right and Manny's like, what? Oh, okay. No, so I'm not doing anything right.
Did you guys all train together?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Manny and I, because most of my stuff was with Manny, most of my training was with Manny. And Manny is first of all, he's just incredibly coordinated. Well, second of all, he's a break dancer.
Yes.
So we would sometimes, Manny would be like, let's do a break dance warm up, which would just entail Manny spinning on his head and being like, no, you do it. And you'd be like, but I can't do that. So we're like, why are we here?
What's the first thing they teach you in lightsaber training?
So you learn striking. So they have a cardboard box with some lines on it, and they teach you how to strike properly. And you just do that for hours. Because there's a very specific way of holding it and also there's a stunt way of doing it, because you don't want to actually whack.
Sure.
So you have to kind of spin your wrists in a specific way.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
you learn something new all the time. Now, do you think there's still more story for Jecki Lon's character? Because look, Star Wars is one of these things where it's always been famously telling stories non-chronologically.
Yeah.
So, do you think that there's more story to tell with that character that you'd like to explore?
I mean, I loved playing her. If they'll have me back, I'll be back. I don't know. I mean, she's so young. It's like how much she's a child, so that might have to be another actress.
That's very true.
Because she was like 17 in the show, and I'm not getting any younger.
But we don't know how old she or how she ages.
It's true. Well, she's, as far as my understanding is, please no one kill me for this, she's a half feline, half human, so she would age like a human, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Unless I'm completely wrong and I'm about to get like eaten by the internet.
Well, we'll ask you this film later, yeah. All right, you're joining, I guess you've already joined Percy Jackson, even though we have not seen the season yet. Season 2 was phenomenal, though.
Yes, it was.
You're playing Artemis, the fans are already locked in. What was your first reaction when you found out that you were going to be playing Artemis in that series?
I was so excited. I grew up with like my parents and my whole family are massive Greek mythology fans. I'm named after a Greek myth, the myth of Apollo and Daphne, so hearing that I was going to play Artemis, who is my mum's favorite goddess, yeah, it was really exciting. So that was my first thing, and I'd watched my sister made me watch Percy Jackson, like the movies, when I was a kid. So I was like, oh my god! And I'd watched. So while I was shooting, I did this movie called Whistle, this horror film, and while we were shooting that, I was watching Percy season 1.
Sure.
So I was like, oh yeah, cute. This is like a little thing I can watch. It came out like every week.
Look, I am shocked by the scale of that show.
Oh my god, me too.
Because it looks so massive, like everything looks so massive and real.
It's bigger than what, so I thought that, and then I went on the set and I was like, oh, even more?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's, I mean, season 3 is, hopefully it's really good. I think it's really good. I feel like we're being like, this thing I'm in, it's really good, but it looks amazing. And the set design is incredible, the costume design is incredible. The costumer did Star Wars with me. So
really?
It was like a cute little reunion. But yeah, it's cute.
I actually wanted to ask you about costumes, because is there any piece of wardrobe that helps you instantly get into character? Or does it vary from different characters you play?
I mean, I think the wardrobe in general really sets, I think, the tone for the character in the same way that like you get dressed in the morning, and depending on how you feel in your clothes and in how you look, you're going to carry yourself in a different way. So I think immediately, like if something has more structure, you're holding yourself in a different way. I think if you see it in Laura's clothes, it's just like jeans and a t-shirt, which is really comfortable, which means she can move well. The Jedi robes, they were so heavy that like they kind of place you in like a really proper kind of almost samurai way. Yeah, I think it completely changes you. In the same way that I think in life it completely changes you.
Now, I heard this great quote from Federico Fellini way back in the day, or at least I read this quote. He says that the actor doesn't become the role until they're in the makeup chair. Yeah. So, for you, when do you become the role that you're getting ready to play? Like when you arrive on set, when do you start getting into the mindset of the character?
I think you kind of, as an actor, you unfortunately carry that with you the whole time. But you're in character properly, because I'm not method, but I'm in character properly when I'm in the scene with the other actor. Because I think it's all about, well, acting to me is, it's like a tennis game, right? It's about what you're giving and what you're receiving, and it's about listening. So as soon as I'm having that rapport with my scene partner, I'm in it.
What was the first project where you got your first SAG card?
Logan, I think.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow, what a debut.
Right?
It's a hell of a movie to debut on, wow. Okay, that's, wow. All right, so I want to ask you about Artemis, because she leads the Hunters.
Yes, she does.
Which almost feels like its own superhero team itself. So
it is.
If you were building your dream team of Hunters from a roster of actors you've worked with.
Oh my god.
Who is
Do they have to be women?
No.
Okay.
That would be great if they all were, but they do not have to.
Okay, so I'd go, okay, this is good. I would have my friend Lewin join me, who played Roger in Dark Materials, because he's one of my best friends, so I'd have him anytime. I'd have Tamara and Sarah, who are in Percy, and who are my huntresses in Percy, so that'd be cool. I would have Lin-Manuel Miranda for the vibes.
Oh, great. Did you say for vibes?
For the vibes.
All right, fair enough.
He's in Percy as well.
Yes, he is.
I would have Hugh Jackman, I would have, maybe I'd have I'm trying to think of James McAvoy.
Oh, good answer.
Great, he'd be a good hunter. Maybe Channing. I feel like Channing would be solid. Channing and Lynn, I feel like would have a funny.
What a cast that would be.
Right?
Can you
I
imagine?
feel like that would be sick.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Now, Artemis and Apollo have such a fascinating sibling dynamic in mythology. Without getting anything specific, what kind of energy do you hope that relationship brings to the show?
I mean, without giving anything away, the actor who is wonderful and is a really good friend of mine, Hubert, and I had the best time. We would go and make workshop things in the corner. We'd be like, what do you think of this? Okay. But he's the sweetest boy ever and just so talented, and hopefully it comes across as funny, and hopefully you can see that they adore each other, but they get on each other's nerves just like a sibling does, where you're like, I hate you, but no one else is allowed to hate you. Yeah, I mean, I can't say much, but we had a really, really good time.
All right, we got some fun crossover questions for you.
Okay.
All right? You can only take one character into battle with you. Laura, Lyra, Jecki, or Artemis. Who are you choosing to have your back?
Artemis.
Artemis, okay. Same question, but road trip. I mean, we kind of already seen Laura in a road trip.
Lyra.
Okay.
I feel like Lyra would be like in charge of the music, and it would be a whole thing.
That almost writes itself.
Yeah.
Now, if Laura, Lyra, and Jecki and Artemis were all in the same room, who would take charge first?
I feel like Lyra would try to, and Artemis would very quickly be like, okay, so I'm a god, so you're gonna need to pipe down.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Which of your characters would be the worst at keeping secrets?
Lyra.
Yeah, fair answer. Now, of all the characters, who do you think would win in a survival situation with no powers, no weapons, pure instinct?
It's a really good question. I'd say either Artemis or Lyra.
Okay. Well, we got a little game now for you. This one is I'm going to give you a scenario,
Okay.
and you choose one of your characters from your career that you're bringing with you.
Okay.
Okay? So you're trapped in a haunted mansion. Who are you bringing?
Haunted, so like paranormal.
Paranormal.
Artemis.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I don't know what I believe in.
You don't know?
I don't know, because like I've always been like, no, but then I've had some spooky experiences, but I'm also like I'm a rationalizer. So I'm like, there's definitely some scientific explanation, but also like, is that? I don't know.
Wait, I'm curious. Do you guys believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
See, very torn.
That's very torn.
This is my brain.
Yeah, I get it. Okay.
Do you?
Yeah, I've had all right, so I was in college once. And I
Oh my god, a story time, yeah.
I came back home from college. It was like my junior year, and I went to my bedroom, and I heard the faucet running, and then I heard like a dog running back and forth in the kitchen. I was like, what is going on?
Immediately.
I got up and nothing was there. And then have you ever been to the Driscoll Hotel in Austin, Texas? So apparently this hotel is extremely haunted. Lyndon B. Johnson used to stay there all the time. I didn't know this at the time. And there were like ghost tours that were happening at this hotel. And I was there for a work thing, and it was a junket. But I remember it was like 4 a.m, and I heard this banging on my door. And I was like, who is banging on my door at 4 a.m? I got up, no one was there. Then I went to the junket, came back, and the faucet was on. So, I don't know. I can't explain it.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple of those, but like, see, in my head, I'm like, there must be an explanation, because the other option is too terrifying. I will say, my Spanish abuela said something to me that stuck with me. She was like, because I was like, maybe I should do a Ouija board when I was like little, and she was like, don't open doors you don't know how to close. And I was like, you know what, that's so fair, that's wise.
Yeah, 100%. So I would say that I lean towards, I don't know if ghosts are real, but I couldn't explain what happened.
Yeah.
But do you believe in aliens?
Absolutely.
Yeah, same. You guys believe in aliens?
Yeah.
All right,
Because like, there is no way the universe is infinite and
I
we're
agree.
the only live creatures in it. That's incredible. I feel like that's really naive.
I agree with you, even if it's a microcosm.
There is no way. Also, like, I don't think we have enough. I'm gonna get really nerdy. I don't think we have, in the same way that like dogs can't see color, maybe we're missing a sense that means we can't see past this metaphysical plane. of existence.
I agree with you. Look, we know that atoms and neutrons and all that stuff exist, but we can't see them with our eyes.
Yeah.
We're getting really nerdy into this.
Getting real scientific.
By the way, out of curiosity, what do you kind of like nerd out on?
Oh my god, I'm such a nerd. I'm a nature freak. Like
Nature.
I'm obsessed with animals. Like that's always been my thing. And I'm a psychology nerd. Like I read all the psychology books. I'm huge into politics as well. I'm always reading like and history.
Really?
Yeah, my abuela was a history teacher, so she was always like, I'm very historically nerdy.
What is your favorite time period in history?
Oh my god. I can't have, that's like picking a favorite child. I can't choose a favorite history period.
I guess it's a fair answer. I like history as well. That is pretty awesome. I did not know that about you.
And obviously like films, but like
Do you have like a favorite movie? Is that also like picking your favorite child?
That's also like picking a favorite child. When people ask me that, I always just go with like my favorite movie as a kid, which isn't now my favorite movie, but I think it has so much emotional significance to me because it's why I kind of loved why I wanted to become an actor.
What is your favorite movie as a kid?
It was Singing in the Rain. I watched Singing in the Rain, and it was the first movie I watched where I realized that actors were actors.
Really?
So, because as a kid you watch films and that's the character. And then I watched this and I was like, oh my god, wait, that's an actor, and they had to memorize that. And it was during the, how familiar are you with Singing in the Rain?
I'm familiar with it, not super familiar, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, well there's like this number where one of the actors is doing like this song called Make 'Em Laugh, and he's doing like all these acrobatics and like dancing and singing, and it's obviously it's older, so it's also like even more impressive because it's on film.
Sure.
And the sound recording is completely different to what it is now. And so I remember watching that and being like, oh my god, that person's really impressive. And then that's kind of the first film that I was like, maybe I want to do film.
If you weren't an actor, what do you think you would be doing?
I'd probably be like a writer or like a DOP or a director or something.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Have you wanted to get like behind the director's chair and do stuff?
Absolutely, yeah. Hopefully one day.
You gave a look like, oh, this might be happening sooner than later.
Well, no, I mean, I've written a fair share of scripts that hopefully I can make and I can...
All right. Okay, let me ask you this one. If you you had to survive one night in Philly after an angry Eagles fan was talking to you, who has your back?
Me.
Who's that me?
I got your back.
Him.
Good answer.
Over that. He seems confident.
Yeah, I mean...
I'd be like, got me.
He's got you. All right, you're entering the Hunger Games. Who gives you the best chance of winning?
Oh my god. Like in life?
Yeah.
My mom. My mom's fucking savage.
Yeah?
Yeah, my mom's a Taekwondo black belt. She's like fire.
No, that's where you get the
I'd be like,
physicality.
yeah, I'd be like, I need my mom.
That's amazing. Okay, you need someone to lie. Let's see. You need someone to lie their way to pass security. Who are you picking?
Oh my god. Oh, my friend Boo. My friend Boo and I do this often. We pretend.
Wait, whoa. You lie to security officer?
No, not security. We'll pretend to be like, we'll go on a night out and we'll be like, we are princesses from Nepal, and we'll just like be like, we'll make up names.
You guys play the gimmick the whole time?
Yeah, the whole night. We'll like go clubbing and we'll be like in character.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sure that gets a lot of free drinks. I would say.
It actually does.
I can imagine.
Yes, it does. We've also, it has caused some fights.
It's called actual fights?
Yeah.
Wait, time out. You play these roles to people, and how does the fighting happen?
Well, so one of us had a boyfriend, and we told a story that was like slightly inappropriate, and he got really angry, and then, anyways, things went the way they went.
It sounds like a fun time out.
It was a great night.
I can imagine.
It was a Christmas party.
Even better.
If you were wondering.
Even better. Now, all right, you're in a lightsaber duel, and the lightsaber breaks. Who still survives? I don't even know what that question means, actually.
But, like, out of me and who I'm fighting?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a lightsaber, obviously the other person.
True story.
This is literally...
You need somebody to babysit baby Grogu for a weekend. Which one of your characters would be the best babysitter?
Oh my god, Jecki.
And that's a good answer.
She'd be so good.
She'd be fantastic. You're assembling a team to stop Deadpool from ruining the timeline. Who's your first pick?
Wolverine.
That's a fair answer. Let's see. Oh, you have to win Survivor. Who's making it to the final tribal council?
Out of
all the characters you played.
Okay. I feel like Laura.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fair answer.
Yeah.
You have to win Love Island. Who's getting dumped first?
Dumped? Artemis.
Really?
She don't like men. She'd be like, bye.
True story. Let's see. You're opening a restaurant in Philly. Who is the chef? Who is the bouncer? And who is banned immediately?
Chef is Artemis. Bouncer is Laura. Who was the other one you said?
Who is getting kicked out immediately?
Oh. Lyra, probably.
By the way, are you a good cook?
I'm a wonderful cook.
What's your go-to dish to make?
I make a really good, like seafood pasta. I make a really good paella that my abuela taught me.
Paella is the best.
Yeah.
But it takes a long time to make.
It's like an afternoon thing. You do like an afternoon, you've got paella out. I make some good stews. I make a good, like if I want to whip up something quick and tasty, I make a good pistachio carbonara.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do have some fan questions that I want to get to for you. Debbie from Trenton asks, what advice would you give to young actors starting out?
I'd say probably, this is such a tricky one because I get this one often and I'm like, I don't really, because for the job I'd say when you walk into an audition, the best thing you can do is like, it sounds so dumb, but like know your lines so that you can have as much control as you can, because going in those rooms is so terrifying and it's so out of your control and it's like 20 people judging you. So as confident as you can be in what you're doing. But also I'd say just once you're getting jobs, choose jobs that you love and do things that you're passionate about, because then there's no point in doing this unless you love what you're doing.
Let's see, Leo from Lansdale asks, what are you passionate about outside of acting?
I'm passionate about the people that I love. I'm passionate about my family, my friends. I love experiencing things with them. I love traveling. I was just home for like 2 weeks. It's been really nice.
Oh, that's nice. Nice. Benji from Philly asks, would you ever try directing?
I would love to.
Chester from Wilmington asks, if you could have any superpower in real life, what would it be?
I'd probably like teleport.
Well, yeah, that would save a lot of time.
My God, no more flights. That'd be amazing.
Wait, what?
No more flights.
Yeah.
I hate flying.
Do you?
Yeah.
Are you afraid of it, or you just don't like it?
No, it's just so boring, and I do it so much. I'm like, why am I? I mean, I feel very privileged that I get to travel before anyone is like. But if I could avoid doing like every time I have to go to LA for work, doing an 11-hour flight, I would.
Interesting. Okay, so let's see. Bryant from Toronto asks, what is your favorite behind-the-scenes memory from any project?
Oh God, that's so crazy when people ask that, because it's like, I've been doing this for 15 years. Like, I don't know.
Well, what's a memory that immediately that you can think brings a smile to your face? Just makes you smile.
Oh my God. Probably we had some really funny days on Percy, but I can't really talk about that yet because obviously I'd spoil the things that are happening. But and I think I'm thinking Percy because it's the most recent.
Sure.
But other than that, the whole day that we did the final battle for Deadpool was really fun because we were all geeking out and it was really cute. It was a really fun day.
Wait, out of curiosity, because Deadpool Wolverine was kept under wraps, I remember we didn't know what characters were coming back, what characters were going to be in it.
Yeah.
When you were getting your script, did you get the whole thing, or did you even know who was going to be in it?
Well, I got the whole script, but all the names were different.
Oh, really?
So I had no idea who anyone was, because it was all codes. So I had no idea what the codes were.
Really?
And you didn't get a code reader, you just knew what your character was.
But you didn't know any of the other actors that you were going to be working with at the point?
The 2 days before, I had a sit down with Sean, because we did the like the birthday party thing
Yeah.
before. And I'd done the birthday party and I'd been training, so I'd been hanging out with Sean and Ryan and Hugh a bunch at all the cave sequences and stuff with the rest of the cast we hadn't done yet. And obviously the strike happened.
Oh wow.
So we were,
That's right.
it was 2 days before we were supposed to go on set, the strike happened. So I had to sit down with Sean and Sean was like, these are the people who you're going to be doing your scenes with. And then I was like, yeah, can't wait, see you tomorrow. Tomorrow didn't happen. My first meeting with Channing actually was, we were both stunt training. I'd stunt trained before him, I had the slot before him, so we had like a 10-minute overlap. And we were, throughout my stunt training was when the SAG announcement was going to come out of whether we were striking or not. So we were just training, we were all like, there's no point, but like, this is fun, so we'll just keep training, I guess. And the way I found out that we were striking was because Channing came in with a massive like speaker and like a 6-pack of beer, and he was like, "Sex strike!" And I was like, what's happening? And then we just hung out. And
Seems like a fun guy.
he's a vibe.
Seems
Great
like
guy.
We have a couple more fan questions and then we're going to wrap up here. Trent from Newcastle asks, the minimal dialogue you made, your performance so powerful in Logan, how did you convey so much emotion without words?
I think it's so easy when you're working with actors like Hugh and Patrick. I honestly don't know when I get these questions, I don't really know what I do. I just show up and I try to do justice to what I'm feeling and what I'm reading, and hopefully what I'm feeling in the moment is coming across on camera. And when you have such wonderful scene partners, it's like easy.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Listen, Philly, this is her first time here, so I highly recommend meeting her, get an autograph, get a picture. You have been amazing as always. Thank you so much, Dafne.